While most companies chase money, OpenAI chased intelligence itself. They weren't trying to build an app, they were trying to build a mind. Not a product, but a new operating system for human thought.
Their mission?
To create artificial general intelligence, safely, responsibly, and for the benefit of humanity. But the real story is deeper, messier, and far more human than you think. Because behind the headlines, behind the hype, lies the truth about a company that changed how the world thinks about thinking itself. This is the insane truth about OpenAI. And if you're interested in this kind of content, subscribe now. Because here, at Success Operating System, we don't just tell stories of success. We decode the systems that make it inevitable. Origin story: the dreamers of 2015. It started in December 2015. In a small conference room in San Francisco, a group of visionaries gathered: Elon Musk, Sam Altman, Greg Brockman, Ilya Sutskever, John Schulman, and Wojciech Zaremba. They had one radical idea: to ensure that artificial intelligence would serve all of humanity, not just the elite few. Altman later recalled, "We were motivated by both the potential and the danger. We thought, if AI goes wrong, it could go really wrong." They called their new organization OpenAI, and they structured it as a non-profit. The goal wasn't profit.
It was protection.
They wanted to make sure the world's most powerful technology wouldn't be controlled by any single company, government, or billionaire. At first, OpenAI was small. A handful of researchers, a few rented servers, and a wild dream. In 2016, they released OpenAI Gym, a toolkit that allowed AIs to learn through trial and error, by playing games and solving puzzles. That same year, Elon Musk publicly stated, "The best way to avoid the AI apocalypse is to democratize access." That's what OpenAI is about. By 2017, OpenAI's early research, on reinforcement learning and generative models, started to draw attention. They showed that machines could not only follow rules, they could learn them. And that was the spark that lit everything that followed. But by 2018, a quiet tension began to grow inside OpenAI's leadership. Elon Musk, who had helped fund the project with over $100 million, disagreed with the company's direction. He wanted faster progress toward AGI, full artificial general intelligence. Others, like Altman and Sutskever, wanted safety first. In 2018, Musk left the board. OpenAI would continue, but without its loudest voice. And that's when they began their next chapter: scaling intelligence. The core system: scaling intelligence. OpenAI's true genius wasn't just its technology, it was its system. They didn't see intelligence as a mystery. They saw it as a process. Their internal mantra became, "Scale is all you need." This was the insight that changed everything. The more you scale data, compute, and parameters, the more emergent intelligence you get. It was counterintuitive. Intelligence wasn't about clever algorithms, it was about size and structure. In 2018, they released GPT-1, the first version of their generative pre-trained transformer. 117 million parameters. A baby compared to what came next. Then, in 2019, came GPT-2, with 1.5 billion parameters. It could write essays, compose poetry, and even mimic human writing styles. OpenAI initially refused to release it, saying it was too dangerous. That decision sparked global debate. Some called them hypocritical for not being open. Others called them responsible for showing restraint. Either way, OpenAI had just proven one thing: AI could now write,
think, create.
Their system, built on data, reinforcement, and scaling, worked. That same year, they made a pivotal move. OpenAI restructured into a capped profit company, allowing them to raise billions while maintaining their non-profit mission. Then came the alliance that would power their future. In 2019, Microsoft invested $1 billion into OpenAI. Azure Cloud Computing became the engine behind their AI training. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella said, "We want AI to serve humanity, and OpenAI shares that vision." With that partnership, OpenAI had access to nearly unlimited compute power. And they used it, ruthlessly. In 2020, they unveiled GPT-3, 175 billion parameters. It was the biggest language model the world had ever seen. And overnight, the internet changed. Startups sprouted, content was generated, students wrote essays, coders automated workflows, all powered by GPT-3's intelligence layer. OpenAI's system wasn't just learning, it was teaching the world how to think differently. Crisis and breakthrough, the year everything exploded. Then came 2022. A quiet research project inside OpenAI suddenly became a global phenomenon.
It was called ChatGPT.
Launched on November 30, 2022, it was a simple chat interface built on GPT 3.5, but what it unlocked was massive. Within 5 days, ChatGPT hit 1 million users. Within 2 months, it had 100 million, the fastest adoption rate in tech history. People used it to code, write, brainstorm, and create. For the first time, AI didn't feel like a tool, it felt like a collaborator. But success brought scrutiny. Educators panicked. Writers protested. Governments debated regulation. Tech giants raced to compete. In March 2023, OpenAI released GPT-4, multimodal, capable of understanding both text and images.
This wasn't a chatbot anymore. It was an intelligence engine. And then came the chaos.
In November 2023, Sam Altman, the co-founder and CEO, was fired by OpenAI's board in a sudden move that shocked the entire tech world.
No explanation. No warning.
The headlines went wild. Employees revolted. Over 700 of OpenAI's 770 employees signed a letter demanding his reinstatement. Within 5 days, Altman was back. The board was reshuffled.
The mission reaffirmed.
It was a corporate crisis turned operating lesson: control the system, or the system controls you. That same year, OpenAI introduced the GPT Store, letting users build and monetize their own custom AI assistants. Their operating system had become a platform, a new digital economy powered by intelligence. Scaling and legacy, the new system of power. By 2024, OpenAI wasn't just a company. It was infrastructure. Their models powered Microsoft Copilot, Bing Chat, and thousands of startups worldwide. Every query, every conversation, every interaction, fed the system more data. OpenAI had effectively built a feedback loop for global intelligence. They also introduced Sora, a video generation AI, in early 2025, capable of turning text into realistic motion pictures. The boundaries between imagination and reality blurred. In the same year, they expanded their partnership with Microsoft, securing additional funding rumored to exceed $10 billion. But their legacy isn't just in code or models. It's in the philosophy they installed into modern business. That success is a system. That intelligence can be engineered. And that the world doesn't run on luck, it runs on algorithms, feedback loops, and vision. As Sam Altman said at the 2024 AI Safety Summit, "We're not just building smarter machines. We're building a smarter civilization." The lessons: 5 laws of systemic success. Lesson 1. Purpose is your North Star. OpenAI never lost sight of their mission, AGI for the benefit of humanity. Your mission must be big enough to survive crises, and clear enough to guide every decision. Lesson 2. Scale is the real moat. Their advantage wasn't creativity, it was capacity. The bigger the system, the more powerful the emergent behavior. Lesson 3. Feedback is fuel. Every user interaction improved their models. In your own success, your feedback loops, reflection, iteration, learning, are what make you evolve. Lesson 4. Crisis reveals your core. When Altman was fired, the company almost fractured. But crisis clarified leadership, loyalty, and purpose. True systems grow stronger under pressure. Lesson 5. Responsibility scales with power. OpenAI built alignment and safety into their DNA. When your influence grows, your duty must grow faster. These are not just business principles, they're operating laws. The same systems that drive intelligence also drive achievement. Philosophical reflection plus OUTRO, the system behind intelligence. What if success is just another kind of intelligence? A pattern that can be learned, scaled, and replicated, just like OpenAI's models. Because OpenAI didn't just build AI, they built a mirror. A reflection of how human ambition, data, and purpose intertwine to create something larger than life. Their journey reminds us that the greatest systems in history, from companies to civilizations, begin with one thing: a clear operating philosophy. For OpenAI, it was alignment. For you, it might be focus.
Or discipline. Or consistency.
Whatever it is, the system you build defines the life you get. So if you're interested in this kind of content, subscribe now. Because success isn't random, it runs on systems. Welcome to the Success Operating System, SOS.